Welcome to Clocking The Gallop's preview on Youth Day. It is Thursday, the 16th of June. Racing today taking place at Turffontein on the Standside track. And I'm flying solo principally because Neil Andrew celebrates his birthday today, so won't be joining me. He's taken the day off. So very happy birthday to Neil. And also another one of our good men that contributes to the show, Nino Podesta, also celebrates his birthday today on the 16th of June. So very happy Clocking The Gallop birthdays to both Neil and to Nino. And you can wish them separately on this video if you'd like to. We'll pass on those messages for you. I'm sure they'll have a look at those messages too. So very happy birthday to both of them. We'll have, of course, speak to Nino later on today to find out what he thinks about tomorrow's card at Fairview. It is on the Poly track, and I am traveling down to Gqeberha tomorrow. So I'll be commentating tomorrow down there and looking forward to the day. But let's get on with today's proceedings. It is very cold. This I'm recording just before 9 o'clock on Thursday morning, but it has been a very, very cold night and early morning. Temperatures here just under 3 or 4 degrees at the moment. Track condition today out at Turffontein will be good. It's on the Standside track, and the official penetrometer reading is 20, and they've only had 2.8 millimeters, just under 3 millimeters of rain during the course of the last week, and 6 millimeters of irrigation as well. The fast rail is positioned 4 meters out on the back straight and also on the bend, with a 4-meter spur at the 700-meter marker. So time to have a look at today's racing, and we're going to run through it for you. We'll start off with the first race. By the way, I have done the Take a Bet show with Cloclo this morning, and you can watch out for what bets we're going to take on that. And if we do have a price booster, we will put that through on our other platforms today. So looking forward to maybe doing that a bit later on for you. Right, we're going to run through the card changes and the changes, as well as the betting. Let's go to race 1. The first of 8 at 20 past 12 is a juvenile plate. It's over the 1100-meter trip. And here you can scratch number 8, Querulous is out. Number 7, Tanganga, to race with a tongue tie fitted. Well, let's have a look at the betting now. And here, all the support has been for the opening run for number 6, Raven Black. He is a son of Master My Fate. He was chalked up 16 to 1 with bookmakers. He is now whittled into 5 to 2. So lots of support here for number 6, Raven Black. I did manage to chat to his trainer, James Crawford, who is currently visiting the UK. He's actually gone to the Royal Ascot meeting with his dad, Brett Crawford. And he sent me a message last night to say that he's a very nice colt, looking forward to a good run, but he'll still learn a bit on the job. So Raven Black, all the support has been for him. I was particularly interested in the extremely well-bred number 4, Joyous Jubilee, who opened up 2 to 1 and has drifted out to 33 to 10 because of the support for Raven Black. And I think these two newcomers are very, very interesting in terms of their breeding, in terms of what they bring to the table. Joyous Jubilee, he's a son of Caravaggio. Caravaggio is actually a Coolmore stallion. He goes for $35,000 a pop for a live foal. And he is very well bred, this Joyous Jubilee, because the mother, Pink Jubilee, is a full sister to the multiple Group 1 winning Alboran C. So there's lots of sprinting blood running through the veins of number 4, Joyous Jubilee. And, well, all I can say is that it'll be interesting to see how these two go to post, and we'll be watching both of them very carefully. Of those that have run, I would think that number 1, Cool Winter, the 3 to 1 chance, the fact that it's wearing blinkers first time and comes in with the Gabriel Petersa allowance of 2.5 kilograms for just 57.5 kilograms is interesting. For me, he's the horse of the raced horses to beat. I see they put a tongue tie now on number 7, Tanganga. He's drifted out as well in the betting, gone from 2 to 1 to 28 to 10. So the interesting horses here are definitely the newcomers, 4, Joyous Jubilee, and 6, Raven Black. And I wouldn't be surprised if either of those pop up in the opening event today. Let's go on to race 2. By the way, race 1 is the start of the bipod. Race 2 kicks off the place accumulator at 5 to 1. It's a maiden plate fillies and mares over 1,160 meters. In race 2, scratches number 5, Be in My Bonnet, Not Eating Up, was scratched by Adam Azzi early this morning. So that is out. Number 1, Nazdarovia, has earmuffs on. And number 8, Heartlight, races with a compression mask. So let's take a look at the newcomers. I thought that Be in My Bonnet had a chance, but that's now just by the wayside because she's not running. Of the other newcomers, number 7, Flying Spirit. I know it's quoted at 33 to 1, but she's a daughter of Gimme the Green Light. The mother, Lorraine, did very well. This is basically a half sister to House of Lorraine, who performed pretty well as a sprinter. So I'll be watching number 7, Flying Spirit, on her way to the gate. She runs for the Fabian Habib stable, Calvin Habib rides. Of the other newcomers, number 11, Unyielding. I was actually at the Mike de Kock stables yesterday morning, and I asked them about their 2 newcomers today. Both are fairly decent horses, both probably needing a run. I think they said that the other one, the relation to Buffalo Bill Cody, who runs later on, has had a few issues. But this daughter of Flower Alley looking for further, I think, even though Headstrong sprinted, being by Flower Alley, you would think that Unyielding is looking for further, but it has attracted some support and is now at 5 to 2. So I'll watch out for the first time as numbers 7, Flying Spirit, and 11, Unyielding. Let's go to the horses that have run. Well, Nazdarovia, and they put the earmuffs on Nazdarovia today. And I think that with Gavin Lorena hopping back aboard, that of the raced horses, she will be the horse that will go close of them. Miss Soho, I see us at 5 to 2, but I prefer Nazdarovia to Miss Soho today. And I think that one will come out pretty well in the race today. Will Nazdarovia. I did actually get a message earlier from Johan van Vuren, and I think the message there came through to say that it would run a forward race and it would go pretty well. I'll just see here, well, but limited ability, says Johan van Vuren. So Nazdarovia, I think, has got a decent chance. Look out for any further support for any of the newcomers there for the start of the place accumulator. Right, let's go on to the start of the pick 6 at 1:30. It's a maiden plate over 1,160 meters in race 3. Scratch number 6, Over the Cliff, is out. Number 1, Gone in Time, Alamites in front and Unshod behind. I'll just update these changes to see whether any more come through as we go through it. Right, let's have a look in this race. The scratching of number 6, Over the Cliff. Well, let's look at the horses, the newcomers. As I mentioned, number 4, War Bonnet Creek, is a half-brother to Buffalo Bill Cody, who's now standing at stud. He's a 4-year-old, so he's obviously had his issues. He's coming out on debut today. The other one that I was pretty interested in the pedigree was number 5, Jimmy Don. The fact that Gavin Lorena is riding for Erico Verdenise. This is out of a sprinting pedigree, and I think Jimmy Don might be a horse to follow. And number 10, the filly, More Than a Feeling. Great song. She's a daughter of Erupt. The mother won over 1,700 meters, but she is a half-sister to I Want It All, who as well has performed pretty well from 7 furlongs up. So you'd feel that More Than a Feeling would be probably more effective over further. The horse I quite liked, even though it was 16 to 1, was number 7, the Wolf of Wolseley. Gabriel Peterson rides for Paul Peter, 2.5 kilos off, which means that he comes in with just 54.5 kilos, the same as the newcomer, More Than a Feeling. So I wouldn't leave him friendless completely. Number 7, the Wolf of Wolseley. The Gone in Time, number 1, even though he's at 14 to 1, would come in with a bit of a chance too. In fact, if you look at Brave Sue, number 2, at 5 to 1, and number 1, Gone in Time, at 14 to 1, and you go back to the run behind Black Burner, Gone in Time beat Brave Sue by 10.5 lengths, and Gone in Time's 14 to 1. Brave Sue is at 5 to 1. So I don't know how that all works out. Pretty interesting indeed. I don't like this race at all, the opening leg of the pick 6. I'd prefer to go wide. I'd be honest, I don't think Twice the Storm is an 11 to 10 chance. I wouldn't be backing that at 11 to 10. And I think that this might be more open than it looks if you just look purely at the betting. So I don't like that race. I think there are a number of horses in with chances there in the third. Moving on to race 4, which is the start of the first jackpot at 2:05. It's a maiden plate fillies and mares to be run over 1,600 meters. Scratch chairs number 3, Starlet Strip, number 7, Field of Magic. Well, Henny Kraling not riding today, so Ryan Munger picks up the ride on number 7, Feel the Magic. Let's talk you through the betting first here. You've got even money about Chopsticks. You've got 28-10 about Manhattan, 4-1 about Roslyn, and then 6-1 number 2, Special Charm. I think the winner will come from either 1 Chopsticks or 6 Manhattan. Now, Manhattan has been rested for 8.5 months. She's out of a mare, Quest for Gold, that went to trip. So I think the step up in distance will suit Manhattan. As we know, Sean Terry brings them out fit and ready to run. And even though she's had time off since the beginning of October, I think that she poses a principal danger to number 1 Chopsticks, who is related, very well related to that horse Marshall. Came from a deep draw last time, much better draw today, and seems to be on the improved Chopsticks. So I make it a race in 2. Roslyn, obviously, the third choice behind them. I think that Chopsticks will confirm the Cerulean Dancer form over Roslyn today. They at the same weight terms, and I think 1 and 6 will fight it out. I'm expecting a much better run from Manhattan. If you look at her first run, it was a good run behind Rosenwind, who came up and won shortly thereafter. If you look at her run to Bloomington, she didn't fare, but that was in wet conditions. She gets the good going again today, and you have to excuse that last run. I think there's a lot closer between the two than the betting of even money 28-10 suggests, and I respect both of those today. Moving on to race 5 at 20-3. This is a merit rated 96 handicap. It's over 1,160 meters. In race 5, number 2, Whirly Whirly, has Alamites in front only. Interesting, because he hasn't worn Alamites for a while, this fella. He's the 7-year-old horse having its 67th run today. So you can effectively say it's a mini gin strike there for Whirly Whirly. Number 4, Goliath Heron, Alamites in front and Unshod behind. So a couple of shoe updates then in race 5. Well, here, Tuscan Winter is the favorite, and he won a beautiful race last time out. He beat the subsequent Tibishina Stakes winner, Homely Girl, comfortably, although he was in receipt of 1.5 kilos. He came up on the stable that day, and he might well be back to his best. And the 86 that his rating says in the card may well be understated. Even though Gavin Lorena puts up 0.5 kilo, Gavin rides it really well. He's yet to run out of the first 4 in his 5 starts that he's ridden Tuscan Winter before, and I think Tuscan Winter is the horse to beat. So he is clearly my first choice. However, horses that could challenge, number 1, Valdorcia, is very effective over this Turffontein 1160. He's had 3 runs here for 2 wins and a second. He has to give Tuscan Winter as many as 6 kilograms on that. I don't think he can. Number 6, Roll with the Punches, won extremely easy last time out, but it was a soft win. He won it really comfortably. The stable's doing really well. I think he got handed that on a plate, to be frank. And I think that if you look at the Cleaver Green form line, Goliath Heron, if you like Roll with the Punches at 2-1, then what stops you liking number 4, Goliath Heron? Because go back to the run on the 22nd of February, Goliath Heron beat Roll with the Punches by a couple of lengths, by as many as 2.3, and they're both down 3.5 kilograms. So I think that Goliath Heron has got as much chances as Roll with the Punches here, and I can't believe that one is 2-1 and the other's 10-1, although the Roy Magnus stable is in terrific form. The other horse I wanted to mention is Whirly Whirly. And the reason why I wanted to mention Whirly Whirly is because you'll see that Cabello Mazzignani sits on this. Now, Cabello might not have ridden this horse recently, but if you go back to the jockey and horse statistics, which I'm using the computer form, Cabello Mazzignani's ridden this horse 11 times for 3 wins and 5 places, which means he gets along really well with the son of Great Britain. And just on some earlier form lines, if Whirly Whirly reproduces some early form, 33-1 might well not represent his true chances over here. Remember that he's come down in his rating. He was at one stage 111. He's now a 99, so as many as 12 points down. He's a real roughie today, Whirly Whirly. but he's run well over the course and distance, and he is a rank outsider today. But I think they all have to be Tusker Winter, who remains my first choice, but I do think that there are others that have chances too. On we go to race 6. 20 past 3 for a Pinnacle Stakes fillies and mares over 1,160 meters. Here you can scratch number 1, Sound of Warning. Sound of Warning is out of race number 6. The other change is number 5, May Queen, has a compression mask on. A pressure halter goes on number 8, Midnight Gem, and a compression mask goes on number 9, All of Me. So quite a few changes in race number 6. Well, here, Full Velocity, number 2 is the favorite for Keegan DeMello and Sean Terry at 15-10. After that, you've got 3 Heavens Girl at 9-2, Midnight Gem at 5-1, and All of Me at 6-1. I'll be absolutely frank with you. This is open, but look down at the bottom at number 9, All of Me. She comes in with 48.5 kilograms on her back. She carries just 48.5 kilos. And if you look at a couple of runs, the run to Full Velocity in the Poinsettia Stakes at Scottsville on the 1st of May, if you look at the run to Midnight Gem on the 31st of March, all of those runs, All of Me is handily weighted to win it today. And she's got a massive chance today, All of Me, in the region of 6-1. Full Velocity obviously got claims. Heaven's Girl got claims. I don't really like Alula Star. I prefer others. May Queen comes into the race too. On her best form, she could upset. So could Kayla's Champ after a good win. But my first choice is All of Me. I think she'll go close today. I like a bit of Full Velocity, but I think this race is open, and I'll be playing this the widest of the day. Race 7 jumps at 5-4. It's another Pinnacle Stakes, this time over 1,400 meters in race 7. Scratch to 5, Willow Express and 10 Shivers. The jockey on number 8, Castletown, is Jared Penny. There's been a jockey change there, and a compression mask is now on number 7, William Robertson. By the way, William Robertson won a good race down at Greyville. Because of that, beating Master Archie by 3.9 lengths. The merit rating adjusted upwards to 113 now, and William Robertson will carry 58 kilograms today. It races with a compression mask on. It ran with the blinkers when it beat Master Archie down in Durban. So it's got from the blinkers to a compression mask. Right, this is tough. You've got Sound of Summer backed in from 5-2 to 17-10. You've got William Robertson at 9-4, but then you've got the horse I Fancy, Xavion, number 9, the son of Futura. Caught my eye. I called the last race when running 4th to Kayla's Champ. I know it's a step up for him, but if a horse can run less than a length to Triple Fortune, carrying the same weight, and then run a double superlative to 9 lengths, it deserves respect over here, receiving weight from everything. So Xavion is a massive runner today at 6-1. Sound of Summer is a worthy favorite. He'd have to go in. Out of the Darkness, strangely enough, even though he's carrying a big weight, comes in well on the William Robertson form line. I know that if you like William Robertson, you certainly have to think Out of the Darkness would appear somewhere on the premises, because they finished quite close together in the run back on New Year's Day this year. So one is sitting at 22-10, the other's at 7-1. So both of those have to be included as well. But my first choice has to be the bottom weight, Xavion. And I think that he's bound to improve further today. Sound of Summer, big chance too. And as we mentioned, William Robertson and Out of the Darkness after that. That's my take on race number 7. The last of the day runs at 4:30. It's a maiden plate to be run over 1,600 meters. Scratch chairs number 6, Bright Blue Sky. This is a non-runner. The reason being elevated temperature, and that's the only change in race number 8. Well, in the last of the day, the favorite is number 2, Global Approach, is at 15-10. The money has come for the bottom 2 horses. Look at the money for 8, Prosper's Gift, from 33-1 to 14-1, and for number 9, Tomorrow's Vision, from 25-1 into 12-1. They've backed both of these almost off the boards here, and they've let Global Approach go walkabout in the betting from 12-10 out to 15-10. I have to mention number 5, San Quentin. Now, I'll tell you why I like him today. I like him because outruled the last run completely. Why? The reason is that they ran him off his feet. I think the step up and trip will suit him dramatically. I think he hasn't got the best of draws. He'll be drawn 8 out of 8. So that's not in his favor. But if you go back to his first run, he was running on round the bend behind Bucks Fizz. And if you go to the first run, he's a massive runner here. So I'm going to tip San Quintin ahead of Global Approach. I thought it was a 2-horse race. After that, then you can go down to those money horses, Prosper's Gift and Tomorrow's Vision, with preference probably for Prosper's Gift just ahead of Tomorrow's Vision. Both of those I see money has come for. But the question mark is, if you think Tomorrow's Vision's got a chance, then look at number 1, Knock Twice. They finished together in the race behind Toffers, and you can't say that there'll be too much different today between the two of those. So I'm thinking San Quintin for me in the last race to beat Global Approach. So that's our take on racing today. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing you this on Youth Day. As I mentioned to you, Neil Andrews not with us today. He's celebrating his birthday, and all the best to him. There'll be more about the Fairview Polytrack meeting with Nino Podesta. I look forward to chatting to him later on tonight. And as I said, I'll be down in Quebec, so I hope to chat to my good friend MX. You might have seen our first video with MX done last week. He's the Uber driver that takes us from the airport to the racecourse, and I hope to link up with him sometime during the course of the day tomorrow to put that up on Clocking the Gallop. That's it. Have a good day. Remember that we've got other programming. The Take a Bet show is also going out, and if we do have a price booster, we will let people know via Twitter or Instagram or our website, www.clockingthegallop.com. Thanks for joining me, Nico, and all the best for racing on this public holiday. Have a good day's racing. Bye-bye.